travelers, galactic travelers, cosmic crew. What's up? I tell you what, there is a lot of crazy energy going on today. Hello, guys. Hello, hello. Come on, my CoCo. How is everybody doing? Hoot, hoot. I have missed you guys so much, and I really am not even exactly sure what we're doing here right now, except I wanted to open a forum and talk about I'm sick. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Cause girl, I know we man, these crazy little pimples and crystals popping up on our heads, the coughing, the phlegm, the mucus, all of that. I want to talk about that. I talked about that a little bit on Facebook. Future book. I'm gonna call it future book. We need to come up with a better name, an FB, right? But definitely not the FACE, because you don't want to know what that means in the code. So much has happened, and there's so much crazy energy going on right now. It's like YouTube is an alternate universe, and I know it is because we shifted, but what a lot of people are experiencing and the panic that is going out in the collective right now is really starting to make me shake. And I don't know if you guys are feeling it. So I wanted to just open a channel and tell you guys what I've been doing and what I read, some of the things that the experiences that I've had personally in my experience in the past since the 20th, since the last time I showed up and did a live. And the main reason that I want to share some of these ceremonies and dimensional experiences that I've had over the past few weeks is because we were all doing them together. And I've talked to so many of you that it all lines up perfectly. You know, we were all doing these pieces together, and it's so much confirmation for us. There's so much changing. Our missions are changing. I mean, my dog has to go out. Y'all chat up. Hold on just 1 second. This is going to be a real casual thing. I got this new little setup going on. Tell me if y'all like it. Come on, Bear. Come on, Bear. Bear. All right, you stay. Go on. Okay, I'm back. The mucus that's going on, as far as the sneezing and the coughing, and I've even been coughing up like carbon, like black, like little bitty shreds of black stuff out of my lungs. And normally I would freak out about that in 3D, but I know what happened through the past couple of weeks. And on that last video I did, I didn't go into a lot of detail, just that we merged the DNA. So right after we activated the pituitary gland in the consciousness, because really what's happening is the consciousness is a baby. It's an embryo. The black carbon coming out of the body. Hi, Amish. Hey, from Australia. What's up? What's the weather like there? Trippy here. It's like 70 degrees, and then it's like 30, and then it's like snowing, and then it's like 60. But hey, Kayla, and I'm so grateful to have y'all. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a little shaky feeling. So let's do this real quick. Let's just, we got 7 of us. I kind of wanted to wait a minute. Let's just breathe a second. Let's get together and let's just all take a deep breath. Because no matter what's going on everywhere else, we're the freaking galactic travelers. We're the cosmic crew. All right? So we're holding down this fort and we're holding up this tent. So let's take a deep breath. We're so grateful to be here. We're so grateful for this now. We're so grateful for this channel. We're so grateful for each of us that make up the one. We're so grateful for this opportunity to reset our civilization, to start over our entire lineage, to clear the way for our children and our parents and our friends and our great-grandchildren, and to set up a new inheritance for the world. Man, that one was weird. It sounded Italian. I'm going to take a deep breath again because that light language honestly doesn't feel very right to me. There is a lot of weird energy going on right now. We call on Creator, we call on our angels, ascended masters, we call on all of our starseed origins within our DNA to merge within our fields and without of our fields, within and without, above and below. We are the fabric of time. We are the fabric of one another. So, let me talk about this sickness real quick. And then what I was going to do tonight is kind of tell y'all what's been going on from a 3D Christy perspective. Because there hasn't been much of that, let me tell you. It has been really like I've never taken ayahuasca, which I want to talk about that too. Y'all remind me, okay? I've never taken that, but I would completely agree that I have been on some type of 2-week trip. What about y'all? Like, for 5 or 6 days, I didn't even leave my house. It was just a constant ceremony since the eclipse, and just overwhelming sense of super consciousness is what I would say. Yes, much energies, and they're not even that. We're in this separation, separating. We talked about the water breaks on the boat, right? And I talked about this before, but I mean that's kind of what's going on. It's like we were hauling ass. So happy and long healing periods for me personally. Yay! We were going so fast, and then it's like, eventually we have to hit a wall because we're gonna get to the end of that plasma field, and we're the spear of this plasma field. And the past couple of days I've been disconnected. I'll be honest, I don't feel extremely connected right now or yesterday like I had prior to the eclipses. I mean after the eclipses and all the events that filled this notebook. But I also knew that I had to chill this out so I could get in a car and drive and come back into my body. But things are changing in the reality, and there are there are some things that are shifting in certain places. So we want to, let's just send love and energy. We'll just take a deep breath and we ask to send magenta and blue fire and aqua fire to Gaia. We ask to Gaia to accept our energy. We push our energy into Gaia from our feet chakra right now. And we give her love and we thank you, Gaia. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gaia. Thank you for releasing. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you. We are here for you. We love you so much and we are so grateful. And we want to connect to you now. We want to give love to LA. We want to give love to California. We want to send energy through our feet and through the rocks. See that energy go through the dirt and the ground and the veins of the earth and the rivers and the waters drain into the ocean. Water. We ask that we don't even need to ask. Gaia is shifting. Humanity is shifting. Consciousness is shifting. And the energy is shifting. And I feel all over the place right now. So I'm going to get back to the mucus stuff because I don't even feel like I am in the right space to call in energy right now. I don't know what's going on. This might not have been the best time to do a live. What do y'all think? But I thought I needed to show up. And see, I'm having doubts. Like, what's going on? I haven't, the astrology, it's not even doubts. It's not doubts like that this stuff is happening. It's just like these little crazy, I forgot the astrology today. I need to look what's going on with astrology. I mean, I know there's a lot. Love the leg warmers and brass knuckles. Yeah. Right? It's like Pippi Longstocking. I do lots of shopping at the Halloween stores, FYI. If you're like you like funky clothes and the Halloween stores have like the best. Oh my gosh, I can't spell today. I know. I can't even connect and call in energies with you guys right now. But I have a really good idea why, because I've been getting some attacks. Not really attacks. Not attacks. It's my consciousness testing me. Nothing's attacking us. It's us attacking us. I call back in all of our power. We call in all of our energy. We call in all of our energy from all dimensions of all space and time to this now, in this vessel. We call in the highest timeline of all dimensions of all space and time in this now. And so it is. So, okay, back to the right and left brain, pineal gland. So when that happened, when and it was I can't remember what day it was, but it doesn't even matter. What's happening in our brains, okay, is that when our right and left brain is now making this merge, which is what this ascension is. When the final stage of the ascension is our right and left brain are merging to create that thought process. And when that happened for me, it was right after we birthed the new plasma field. And I'm going to read some of this and just like kind of hang out with y'all tonight and kind of go through and because I haven't even got to go back and read any of this. But what happened was when we birthed that new plasma field, when we got the plasma going, we had what we needed to do it, which was a miracle, by the way. And then when it capped off, because what, it's like it couldn't keep flowing. There had to be a cap on it. So when that capped off, what happened is that it was barreling forward, and then we put a lid on it. And so really, this was in the consciousness field, but it was also in my personal body, but this was all of our bodies. So when I got real stopped up, mucusy. I couldn't breathe. It was like you're underwater, you couldn't breathe. But it was stopped up. It wasn't runny nose, it was congestion. And it was only lasted about 24 hours after we put the cap on the plasma. I want to say that this was, oh God, I'd have to look, but going on about a week ago. And then the very next day is when it's like the faucet just came on, and my nose was just dripping, dripping, dripping. I mean, it never done this to this extent. I mean, it was just constant. I literally was in the bathtub for about 5 days. I 5 and 6 times a day, because I couldn't even keep the Kleenex, and my nose was getting so raw. It's like it's really gross, but I'm just going to be straight up. I'm honest. I was just laying in the bathtub and just letting it drip, and it was the only way I could breathe and even be comfortable. So since I had that experience before, and it's what's so beautiful about this whole thing, right? Because when it's happening, we really don't know what's happening, but then as soon as it happens, we know what happened. So what happened was, whenever that mucus in the consciousness, right, we put that plug in, and it kind of backed it up, kind of like the water breaks in the boat. We're hauling butt, and then we got to throw it in reverse, because we have no brakes. We got to throw it in reverse so we can catch that flow, so we can go back again. Well, that's also what's happening in our circulatory systems, and our veins, and the fluids in our body, because it's the same as the earth, right? So it's as within, so without. So when your merge happens, then it's like all those veins that are in your arteries and veins and everything that's in our brain that was packed. It was like in a cast, if you will. Hey, Sherry D. It was packed in with sediment. And when you merge, the energy goes all the way through and creates that complete merge. Then it's like, holy crap, we're activated. And so it's like after the cap. And so then that's when the pressure and things start coming on. And then it just started flowing, and when the energy started flowing, and all the psychic connections and all these things were happening, right? But it was just, how your nose sometimes drips, maybe if you're channeling. Mine does. I mean, if you notice people who are on YouTube, who we're all itching our nose or sneezing, or it's kind of like a little tell when you sometimes, because when people are channeling, because you're opening up that crown chakra, which is opening up all of those veins. So it's really important that we just remind people around us too, even that are unconscious, that this is what this is. And especially I want to take note with the children. And this is what I did on Future Book today with a little live, because here in Dallas, a little girl died last week in the hospital from what they thought was flu symptoms, after they gave her medication. And when I heard this story, I knew exactly what happened. That medication that they give, the Benadryls and that stuff that tightens up those mucus glands, and it makes you to where you can breathe, but then it also cuts you off from consciousness, creates more pressure within your body, because you're putting a cap on all the energy in your body, because of course that medication is not taken into account the energies and the ascension, right? So if you will, whenever you take Benadryl or some of those things, okay, it's like going to call Roto-Rooter to flush your pipes, and then going, hey, by the way, here's a bunch of toilet paper. Can you stick it in there real quick and just make sure it's packed really, really good? And then come back out and clear it out later. But at least I can get some sleep tonight, right? We're not going to do that. So that's really what's going on. And with the children, especially because they're so sensitive, and because they already, their DNA and their bodies are future based like ours. These are the starseed children. So they're holding, 5D, shoot, I don't know, maybe some of them even 6D templates. I mean, because hell, we were here in the 70s and the 60s, and we're holding 4D and 5D, right? So they're sensing this, and they're getting ill, and then the parents aren't knowing what to do, and they're giving them the same 3D remedies. And so get that message out if you can, and spread it as fast as you can. I know I went to visit my son at school today, and last week they had 21 kids out in one day with this stuff. So spread the word, okay, if you can. And I hope that resonates and helps. So I also believe that, not everyone's going to have to go through what we're going through. Different ones of us go through different symptoms to bring these templates and to make these connections here. And yesterday I actually made a video in the bathtub the day that I was getting this pituitary gland activation after I birthed all these fields. And it was about the illest I have ever been. And I've had a lot of migraines, and I know how to deal with migraines now. And I really, we really don't have pain, really. Yeah, we have pain, but it's not like that. When we get the pain now, it's not like we're freaking out and you've got to get me to the ER because I think I'm going to die. And, you go into that fear and panic, which makes it a lot worse. So, but it was really, really intense. And so yesterday, I tried to make 2 videos for you guys on some of the stuff that I had gone through over the past couple of weeks with the final connections and all this with the DNA. And I could not upload that video and get that video started for nothing. Oh my gosh, every time I was loading it on Video Leap or what was the first thing? Oh, all of a sudden my something was full, and I didn't have enough storage. And so then I moved that around, and then I got halfway through editing, and then something else froze and it came off, and then it deleted it. And so finally, after 4 or 5 times, I'm like, okay, universe, and what's up, creator? You don't want me to put this video out? And so I was tuning in the whole time, and I wasn't sure if it was me being, if because we're all in this, I don't know about you guys, but right now, every time I feel the need to do something, we're discerning and checking, okay, do I need to do it because I really need to do it? Or do I need to do it because my ego is telling me that I need to do it? Right? Did I cut out? Can y'all still see me? Can y'all still see me? Anyway, I'll keep going. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yay. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, colloidal silver. Definitely. Here's some right here. This is Sovereign Silver. This is what I use. I've had this forever, and I've probably given so many people. This is colloidal silver here. Anyway, I couldn't upload this video, and finally I was tuning into it, and what I got was, Christy, your prayer was answered. Because in this video, I was in the bathtub describing what was going on. And at the end, I asked, Creator, please don't make anybody else go through this like this. And what I got was, they're not going to have to. So don't put it out there you know, that this is what's going to happen, because then others will manifest that. And see, this is all these changes in the missions that have just come online in the past few days for me. Ormus, did we just talk about Ormus? Yeah, same here regarding Ormus. It's actually interesting you guys are talking about that. Ormus is the jelly I was talking about that I had, that I needed to finish the birth of the plasma field. But I had it, I was taking it in May of 2017, like, or no, probably like August 2017. I had found somebody who was really making Ormus the way you're supposed to all over the world, throughout, you know, using the different flowers and bees, and in I forget all the countries that he uses elements and stuff from. But some weird stuff went down with all of that, and it was going through my light and dark stage of ascension, and I was guided just to put it away. And I threw most of it away, but I kept a small amount of it, and it was exactly what I needed when I birthed that plasma field. But it was only for 3 days that I was to take it. And the only reason that I needed it was because I needed that the bees, I needed the honey from the bees, and I needed all of the ingredients and the alchemy to finish the process, because Ormus is alchemy. Okay, it's not just gold drops. When you're using Ormus, you remember you're using the flowers, you're using the dirt, you're using you know, the bees, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, you know, then all of that's linked to the human. So when you're using Ormus, and make sure, I mean, you are on manifestation power big time. So if you're not really sure how to, you're like right now, if I still have some in there, but I'm not going to take it, because I'm now, I know that I only take it when I'm like super conscious, right? Whenever you'll be called to use it if you need to, in order to transmute. But yes, it's addictive, just because your body gets used to it. I mean, everything's addictive. And be careful where you get it from too. But now I can't remember what I was talking about before that. Change in mission. Are you guys getting mission changes? Meaning, like, all of a sudden, stay in heart space, they were trying everything. They were trying everything. Well, Wells Fargo and Chase Banks are down in some states, where funds to be around border states. Yes, guys, there's some things going on right now. This is why we are on. We just ask that all is in divine plan. We are prepared. This is what we've been waiting for. We can't freak out. All you guys on this channel with me, I'm going to go cosmic whip on you guys if y'all start panicking on me. It's go time. For real. See, I'm getting all twisted off right here. Way showers. That's right. That is right. We're live on YouTube right now. On a live stream. I got money from the bank today. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. Everything's CoCo Chi, right? Just be CoCo Chi. So what I was feeling about the mission stuff, I honestly am not exactly sure yet. I'm having to really just kind of show up minute by minute and see where I'm guided to do and what I'm guided to set up. But there has been a drastic change in just even my conscious perception of what needs to be talked about right now. A lot of the videos that I've done up till now aren't going to be the same going forward. What our crew had to do to get us to all of us, the entire planet and the entire human collective and the galactic collective across all timelines of dimensions. I mean, whoa, okay, internal, external, all of it, from 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 our pineal gland and our heart all the way out to, you know, the fractaled reality times 9 of Andromeda and Beltegees. You know, all of it is ascending at the same time. um, and we are all connected to all of those, every single one of us in this crew, and especially, you know, and not just us, but all of our energies attached, because we're all one. Okay, so us working in consort together are, it's like, you know, when you plan a mission, and I'm hearing, so let's just go with it. When you plan a mission to go to Earth, you know, your mission's going to be, all right, we've got to have, you know, we're jumping off this planet, you know, we've got to have this gas tank, we've got to have this, we've got to make sure that that the oxygen levels, and we have to get really really intricate on all the gauges, and you know, test it this time and test it this time, and you know, re-engineer some stuff because we had some missing, we didn't have all the pieces, we didn't have all the instructions, you know, to build what we had to build to get here. So we had to re-engineer a bunch of stuff, and we all had to talk each other through it, you know. And then we got here. Well, when we got here, we get out of the ship, totally different mission, right? Totally different mission. So, not to say, you know, that some people still don't need to know, and that we won't be guided to go back and share the tools that we used, or some of the things that we connected with the strongest in our journey, because then we know that those are the things. Oh, I just froze. Deadgummit. Can y'all hear me? That those are the things that I just froze. Okay, dead poo. I might hang up if that does that. I can't even look at myself like that. Man, I'm just I am a mess. Woo! I can't even remember what I was talking about now. The Matrix is coming down, no doubt. Eshikanda sikindo oshinina asikina asaka. And it's a tutorna magnificent and atikina and a no no